Hey guys, Toad64 here from PaintedPixels.com, and today I just wanted to go over a couple more games that I just recently picked up. Kind of figured it'll be like a regular video feature I'll make, is just when new games come my way, I'll kind of show what I picked up. First off, got a couple of import games, got a couple of Famicom games. This one is Ultraman 2. You can see that one there. I haven't played this one yet, but I played Ultraman 1, and it was awesome. It was basically like a chibi version of Ultraman and all the Ultraman bosses. It was really cool. You had like a lot of special abilities you can pick up. Graphics and sound were nice. Hard game, but it was really fun. So I'm looking forward to playing this one. Now this game is from Taito. I'd never heard of this one before. It's called Chack'n Pop. I thought it was Chuck and Pop, but it's Chack'n Pop. And the reason I picked it up is if you see the two enemies over there, those are two guys, the wizard and the whale thing from Bubble Bobble. And so I'd never heard of this game before, but anything related at all to Bubble Bobble I figured has got to be pretty cool. It turns out I might have been wrong, because I played a little bit of this game and wasn't really crazy about it. It's certainly no Bubble Bobble, that's for sure. I'll probably give it another try, but the controls were really weird. It took me a while to figure out what the heck I had to do. So maybe once now that I know what I have to do, maybe I'll play it again and I'll like it more. I don't know. A couple more imports, or one more, I guess. For Super Famicom, it's the third Dragon Ball Z fighting game for the system. I've never played one of the Dragon Ball fighting games on it, so I'll check it out. I'm not the biggest Dragon Ball Z fan. In fact, I've only ever seen Dragon Ball. I haven't actually watched really much of Dragon Ball Z. I just know the original story. But I figured this one's probably going to be pretty fun. As far as fighting games, I'm sure it'll be pretty competent. I've certainly played my share of bad fighting games, so this one will probably be good. Let's hope. Now this one, it's an old gem from Rare, guys that did Battletoads and Donkey Kong Country 64, Donkey Kong 64, No Country, and Donkey Kong Country, come to think of it. This one's Solar Jetman. This is a hard game. I remember not getting very far at all when I was a kid and being kind of frustrated, and I just played it again recently, and I was not able to get very far, and I got kind of frustrated. So my memories of it were pretty accurate. Don't know what to say. I usually like anything Rare does. I guess I'll just never be a fan of this one. Lode Runner. This one I haven't played in a long time, and I think I've only played it once or twice before. But I remember it being a really great kind of action puzzle platformer. So I definitely am looking forward to checking this game out again. I haven't popped this one in yet, so still haven't tried this one again. Just going on memories from when I was a very young kid. Now this one, Captain Skyhawk, which is from Milton Bradley, and if it's from a board game maker, it's got to be a great video game. No, actually, in this case, it actually really is a great video game. I think it was actually made by Rare and just published by Milton Bradley. Hard game, but really fun. Has some great kind of 3D-ish graphics to it. Very fast-paced game. I just happened to see it again. I've been watching a lot of online, this show called Continue, and they just played it recently, and I was like, oh man, I remember Captain Skyhawk. I used to love that game as a kid. And then I found it, and it was $1.99 at my local used game shop, which is Next Level Video Games. If you guys are in the South Jersey area, look them up. They have some great prices on on the games they have in. They don't rip you off. It's great. And I think this is my first Tengen game that I've ever got, so it's going to stick out like a sore thumb with that black cartridge. Picked up Gauntlets, and I rented this game as a kid. It was pretty good. Don't remember too much about it besides I think it supports the multiplayer, the multi-tap, but I don't know because I didn't have one, so I didn't care. But me and my friend played it, and it's really hard. Obviously, it's an old-style arcade game. You're just killing everything in your way. And the thing I remember most is just the fact that it talked. Like, if you were low on health, it was like, you know, Blue Wizard needs food, which was the awesomest thing ever back when I was a kid. Video games that talked were awesome. It was like just like the arcade game, because it talked. I remember when I got Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game, it didn't talk. And I was like, man, that's a letdown. And I actually called the Nintendo reps with their 1-800 number, and I let them know that I thought that the next Turtles game should have, like, talking voices. And lo and behold, when Turtles 3 came out for NES, it did. So I'm absolutely positive that that 1-800 rep took my information to the highest source at Nintendo, and I got it done. Everyone that loved the voices in Turtles 3, you can thank me. Sky Kid from Sunsoft. I have not played this one ever, but once again I was watching Continue and they just played Sky Kid recently. Looked like a lot of fun. Does not look anything like that cover. It's actually really kind of cartoony. So looking forward to that. Last from Bandai I have Ninja Kid. And Ninja Kid is actually a game, I never played this as a kid, but I wanted it because there's an anime that I like, anime and manga, called Gegege no Kitaro, and this was actually a video game adaptation of that, and when they brought it over to America, they just turned all the main characters into like ninja sprites and stuff. I actually have the Famicom, the actual Gegege no Kitaro Famicom game, so I just kind of got this one as, you know, to see what the differences were. Haven't checked this one out yet, but if it's anything like the Famicom game, it'll be really hard and I won't know what to do. Looking forward to that. Oh, I do have a couple more here. For Genesis, Lost Vikings. I had Lost Vikings for Super Nintendo way back in the day. I love that game to death. I guess I traded it into Funko Land way back in the day for credit, and I so regret it. So I'm still looking for the Super Nintendo version. This is Genesis, probably still just as good, but the music was awesome on the Super Nintendo one, and I've heard some of the Genesis samples, and it's nowhere near as good. So I'm still going to look around for the Super Nintendo version of that game. This was an old one I used to have when I was a kid. Populous. This one, I think, was the first game that Peter Molyneux made, which he went on to do Black and White, and most recently Fable, the Fable games. Populous is really fun. It's a very basic kind of God game sim. It gets very hard very fast, I remember that, but it has password system or a save system. And I used to just kind of play it from the beginning all over again anyway, because I was like, I'll get to a certain point where I would suck really bad, so I would just play like the easy ones again and win all the levels again. So I'll probably still just be just as bad. Oh, and lastly, I'll probably be doing a whole video on this one eventually, because I have some fond memories of this one. People might not know why, but man, Home Alone for SNES. I will go into more detail on this one later. Not the greatest video game, not the greatest movie to video game. Certainly doesn't show off the Super Nintendo very well, but a lot of fond memories of this one myself, so I actually will be looking forward to playing this one again, believe it or not. And every time you die, you get to hear Kevin McAllister do his scream, so you know that's never going to get annoying, so looking forward to that. And so that's just all the recent retro games I picked up. And I thought as a little bonus to this video, oh, I do have one more actually, it's right over here. Almost forgot about this. Yet another, my gosh, I was watching a lot of Continue show lately, and they played, a long time ago actually, Ren and Stimpy's Invention for Sega Genesis, and coincidentally enough, when I was over at Next Level, they happened to have it in. So I was like, oh, I like Ren and Stimpy. I like video games. Pick it up. I haven't liked any of the other Ren and Stimpy video games though, but maybe this will be good. So okay, that's my games for the week, and hope you enjoyed that. If you did like it, like the video, leave a comment. You can check me out on Facebook, facebook.com, Let's Go Retro Show. And this has been Toad64. Take it easy.